if this election is remotely close, they will steal it. And the Supreme Court will love it. But let's not forget, this century started with them stealing the race in Florida. They stopped an ongoing vote count and gave the election to Bush. Since then, they've gotten away with everything they want to.
James Carville on Politics, the Supreme Court. You remember that? Talking to our dear friend Brian Williams. What do you see here? Go ahead.
I see the continuation. In 2000, the year 2000, they stole a presidential election. They barely gave any reasons for it. And they said, whatever reasons we give, don't pay any attention to this. And what they found out is they could get away with it. Then they found out they could get away with Citizens United. Then they found out they could get away with Shelby County versus Holder. Then they found out they could get away with Dobbs. And they are going to continue to do this. Because they get, Alito goes on a trip to Alaska paid for a bunch of gazillionaires. Oh, they had an extra seat on the plane. I thought I'd go. Thomas is with Leonard Leo and Harlan Crow taking pictures. They get away with it. They have no ethical standards. They don't give you any more of a reason for what they're doing than they absolutely have to. And this is, you've had just a seizure of an entire branch of government. And this took place while the Democrats are winning the popular vote in 7 out of 8 elections. And this is what you're going to get. This is eminently predictable, and they're going to keep doing this because they keep getting away with it, and the public gets a lot of hoo-ha, and they get disapproval in the polls, and they have some kind of candlelight vigil, and they go on, and they're going to go through and give the corporations everything they want, and they're going to give the theocrats everything they want, and it's going to continue. I hate to say that, but that's what I see in the short-term future.
You don't think vigils are effective political protest?
No, I think writing checks and writing postcards, and by the way, we have like $700 million in Democratic-affiliated groups. We're going to be doing a lot of wet work between now and the campaign, election day. And I refer to it as we're going to go negative. We're going to remind people of what's at stake in this country. But I don't think candlelight vigils are going around Justice Kavanaugh's house going to do you any good at all. But there are a lot of things that people can do, and the cavalry is not coming in. They're not going to save you. Jack Smith is not going to save you. The courts, you got to do it on your own. So let's strap in and get this thing done, and because they're not coming.
You're reminding me of Harlan Crow, who you mentioned, the Republican donor that these SCOTUS justices are buddying up to and getting paid by. He has a signed copy of Hitler's Mein Kampf in his house. Only he can explain why he would spend money and show that off. But your vigil comment reminds me of a great line in the movie Annie Hall when someone says, oh, these neo-Nazis in New York, someone wrote a really biting op-ed about them. And the other character says, yeah, I find that bricks work better than op-eds if you have to fight Nazis.
That's so true. And Leonard Leo has $1 billion. Okay, understand that. These affiliated groups, they don't have hundreds of millions, they have billions of dollars. And they play really hard politics, and we do vigils and wine and cheese parties, and we're getting beat out there. We're getting beat in the courts. And, the only good news, I will say this, we are winning elections, but we got to keep pressing. We got to keep pressing. And we got a financial advantage now. This abortion stuff is killing them. This book burning, never forget book burning. People don't like it. I promise you, it's not an elite coastal issue. People don't like book burning all over the country, wherever you go. And they went all in with that. And we got to go all in and remind people what they did.
Yeah.